Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to 50 Cent's beautiful fragrance channel, where we share and discuss fragrance together, guys. Hey guys, nice to see you all again. Hope you're all doing great out there. And today we're talking about the most outstanding fragrance, guys, from 8 different design houses. So if you're interested, stay tuned, guys. But before we start, guys, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this beautiful fragrance channel down below if you haven't yet. It means the world to me and doesn't cost you anything. And comment, guys. Just comment your opinion about what I'm doing or what I'm talking about, or what are your favorite fragrances from that houses. I'm curious, like always. So let's start this list off, guys, with the house of Hermes. And I want to start with this one because this was, I think, the most difficult one to find my favorite fragrance or the most outstanding fragrance for me. But for me, I would say the Terre de Hermes line in general is the most outstanding from Hermes for me personally. I love also Citron Noir and different other fragrances from their line. Also the Jardin line can be really beautiful. But guys, this fragrance for me at this moment is the best, and this is Terre de Hermes au Givree. I have to be honest with you, I love this fragrance these days. And I don't know what it is. I loved it since I got it last year. I think I got it in spring last year. But these days, guys, when I wear this now, last 2 weeks were really warm or humid here in Cologne. And then I tend to wear this also always in the daytime, or a lot in the daytime. And I got so many compliments with this. And I didn't really get a lot of compliments with this last year. But this year, guys, whenever I go into the studio, I think there were like 3 or 4 clients now in this 2 weeks that got me compliments. And that's quite rare in Germany, guys, because we are a little bit like on the distance, right, if it's professional. But this one got me compliments also from colleagues and also from friends. So I think it's a beautiful fragrance, and in general I love to wear this because it is so refreshing in the daytime. I love to overspray this. I don't want to overspray too much with it, but like 6-7 times I spray with this one to make it last the whole day, because I think projection is not the best sometimes. But as you see, when you spray enough, a lot of people will smell you and will give you compliments with this one. So I think there's just this point that you have to hit. Like for me, it's like 6-7 sprays all over my body, so that I can smell myself the whole time, and others can, but it's not overwhelming. I once wore this with like 15 sprays or something, and my girlfriend was super annoyed last year. So just be a bit careful. But guys, this fragrance is beautiful because you get a hint of this Terre de Hermes DNA in the background. You get juniper berries, you get citronal or something that it's just a really nice grapefruit, really authentic grapefruit note, combined with the juniper gives this like this greenness. It is super beautiful and super refreshing, cooling in the opening. Just something that you can put on whenever you want. I think it's quite casual / casual chic. I wouldn't dress it up too much, but I think this one is just perfect for every day. And for me, the most versatile Terre de Hermes these days. I love to wear this also in autumn and spring when it's not that cold. I think this is an absolutely banger, guys. And for me, at this moment, my favorite fragrance and the most outstanding fragrance for me personally from the house of Hermes. So talking about Terre de Hermes au Givree. Continuing, guys, with the house of Gucci. And here it was quite simple for me personally, because I dislike a lot of their fragrances, especially the Gucci Guilty line. But this one is super special and super brave. Talking about Gucci Guilty Absolute. And I adore this fragrance in the colder months, guys, because I think if you like the note of leather, you have to like the note of leather to like this fragrance a lot. But if you like the note of leather and you want to smell like the most handsome man with a brown leather fragrance, then try this fragrance, guys. It's so gorgeous in the winter time, also in autumn when it's quite cool or chilly, and also in the springtime. I love to wear this. Super strong, just 2 sprays with this one I will go with, and also really nice in the nighttime. I think this has an alluring quality to it with the right girl, with the right boy, if you want to attract someone. It has that rugged masculinity and also that gentlemanly side to it. I don't know how it creates this, but for me, you just get hit with that really luxurious brown leather feeling with this fragrance. I just absolutely adore it. I think it smells a bit like an 80s, 90s fragrance, but in a good way. It doesn't really smell vintage in a way. It is quite modern, but takes you back a bit, and like I said, it's quite rugged. It's not metrosexual or something. This is really a man's fragrance. So if you like leather, maybe you like Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, but want something a little bit more brave, a little bit more different, and maybe a little bit more grown up. I think this is more grown up than Ombre Leather, to be honest. Then try this fragrance. I love it a lot, guys, and I can't get enough of this in the winter time. Gucci, guilty, absolute. Next up, guys, we have the house of Prada. And Prada is one of my favorite designer houses till this day. I think they make good fragrances. They used to make a lot of good fragrances when they were still family owned. I don't know what they will come up with in the next years, but now I really like them and I really appreciate them because they have that soapy quality. They always make good, high quality stuff. And it was really hard to decide, but guys, these days I tend to gravitate to this one the most, and I really adore this. I think this is really overlooked to this day. Talking about Prada Luna Rossa, just the Eau de Toilette, guys. And I think this is just a masterpiece in a way, because Prada managed to make a fresh fragrance that smells super clean, a bit soapy and fresh, really summery fresh, without making a citrus fragrance. I think there's mint in here, I think there's also grapefruit in here, but it's so well blended with that soapiness that it really smells like a fresh pressed linen shirt. It's more like that fresh muskiness that you get sometimes from fresh clothes that are when you wash them, right? So this is the feeling that I get with this fragrance, guys, and I love to wear this when it's now humid outside and I have to shower again in the evening or afternoon. Then I wear this fragrance afterwards because it's for me one of the most refreshing fragrances, and I got this I think in my collection now for 2 years. You see, I mean, this is a 150 ml bottle and I used quite a lot of it already. I adore this when it comes to a fresh, easygoing fragrance, guys. This is a fragrance you can't go wrong with, really, but still it is unique in its own way. I think this is more unique than Prada L'Homme, which I also really love. I just love how they make such an inoffensive, beautiful fragrances, guys. And back in the days, I also loved to wear the Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, but for me, this is more unique. It is not inspired by any fragrance. It is just its own thing, and it smells really high quality. It smells fresh, clean, and a beautiful daytime fragrance, guys. And for me, the most outstanding fragrance from the house of Prada. So talking about Prada Luna Rossa Eau de Toilette. Next up, guys, we have the house of Tom Ford, and it's still a designer fragrance, and I wanted to include it here because back in the days, guys, when I was first starting off with all that fragrance game, when starting collecting fragrances, it was one of these high-end brands that I really wanted to try. And these days, guys, I think I tried everything because I have like a store here in Cologne where I can try everything from Tom Ford. And I really have to say I bought not that much Tom Ford fragrances. I just tried a lot. But guys, this stands out for me every time I talk about Tom Ford, and I love it to this day. Also fresh fragrance, Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, guys, and this stands out for me because it is one of the most refreshing, the most refined vetiver fragrances that you can try, that you can rock these days. What I love about this fragrance is that it starts off super fresh, super clean with that grapefruit, but then turns into something soapy vetiver, just a soapy vetiver that is super gorgeous, green, stays fresh. It is not too edgy, or sometimes vetiver can be really edgy in a way when it's done too much. I think this is quite easygoing. It is super refined. I think this is one of the best work scents you can wear, but also it can work really casual. I heard that this was the signature of Bon Jovi, and I can really see that because this is just a really man's fragrance, guys. This is a fragrance that you can rock day, night, summer, winter, spring, autumn, doesn't really matter. For me, it shines summer day because I love to wear this when it's really warm outside to refresh myself. I love the grapefruit vetiver combo in here. For me, it's one of the most refreshing things besides something like Prada Luna Rossa, but this one is also really really gorgeous and more refined for me personally. Sometimes when I want something a little bit more professional, even more professional, and something with a little bit more character, then I go for this one. I think this is really an outstanding fragrance from Tom Ford, With Noir, it was really hard to decide if I want to include this one or just the Tom Ford Noir Eau de Parfum, because I really love that kinky, edgy feeling of that fragrance. But this is a fragrance that I tend to wear more, and that's why I included this one. And I really think this is one of the best Vetiver fragrances that you can get. It's not too old school. For me, sometimes, guys, I try a lot of fragrances, and Vetiver, I love Vetiver, but it can be challenging. And for example, Guerlain Vetiver is also super nice. But this is super old school also for me when I smell it. And this doesn't make me feel old school or doesn't really wear old school on me. So that's what I love about this fragrance, and I think it's gorgeous, guys. Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. Okay, guys, and of course there are fragrances like, or fragrance houses like Dior that can't miss on this list. Dior was also quite interesting because I have so many fragrances from the Dior Homme line. I tried so many fragrances from them. But this one for me is still the best, Dior Homme original, but this is just the Dior Homme Eau de Toilette from 2019 or 18 this batch. And to this day, guys, I think I love all of them. I also love the Intense. I love the not new anymore, but Dior Homme Sport 2021. But this is the most outstanding fragrance for me because it combines everything that you want in a unique, fresh fragrance. This is fresh, citrusy, with that hint of leather in it, with that hint of cacao in there, and that iris, that lipsticky iris that makes it so unique. I think this is just one of the most unique everyday signatures that you can wear. And to this day, I adore this fragrance. I try to save this up because I got this from eBay and don't want to wear too much from it because I want to keep it for me. But guys, this is something artistic, and I see also an artist or someone wearing this that's a little bit, yeah, that's not afraid of wearing something that is a little bit different than mainstreamy. And also, this is more versatile than Dior Homme Intense, that's why I included this one. I think here it's just, Dior Homme Intense is for me one of the best rainy day fragrances, also in the winter time, date night, I love to wear this. But this is just an all-rounder. Something that you can rock every day, wherever you are, whatever you want to do. I think this will never get old. And also now in summertime, when I want to wear something irisy or from that line, I gravitate to this one. I think it's absolutely amazing. And to this day, guys, it's for me here in Germany already also still available on the Dior website, the Dior Homme original. So if you can get it, guys, get it. I think it's amazing and super unique. Dior Homme Eau de Toilette. Chanel, guys, also for me, if not the most prestige designer house. And this was quite easy, to be honest with you, because there's no fragrance in my collection from Chanel that I wear as much as this one. This is Allure Homme Edition Blanche. I mean, if you know this channel, you know the story, guys. I love this fragrance to bits. I can't stop wearing this fragrance in summertime, but also year round. I now sold like Bleu de Chanel because I was not just gravitating to it anymore. It's not just my style anymore. There are fragrances that I love quite as much as this one, like Platinum Egoist. I really adore Platinum Egoist, guys. And also the Allure Eau de Toilette I really like. But this one, guys, for me, just super good. I think this is the best from the line when it comes to quality, uniqueness and wearability. For me, this is the best. For me, Allure Homme Sport is Eau de Toilette and Eau Extreme that I also own are just a little bit too mass appealing, a little bit too generic in a way these days, even if they smell really good. And I think this has that edgy thing, guys. This has the citrus that not everyone will like. I mean, that sounds ridiculous to say because some people just want something that everyone likes, but I think this is so amazing. This quality of this fragrance, guys, the citrus combined with the tonka bean, with that vanilla, that is so smooth in the dry down. Absolutely fantastic fragrance, guys. This is one of the best designer fragrances to this day that you can buy with your money. So go out, guys, try this fragrance. For me, the most outstanding Chanel fragrance is Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Okay, guys, the fragrance I haven't spoken about for a long time on this channel, even though I love this fragrance still to bits. and one of my favorite designer fragrances from the house of Valentino, guys. We're talking about Uomo. And guys, this fragrance for me never gets old. This is like Dior Homme, the Eau de Toilette. Everything in here is just beautiful, and here it's more in a gourmandish Italian way, more romantic in my opinion, and more not more versatile, but more appropriate also for professional and date night occasions, I think, because here it is just a perfect combination of citrus, a gourmand, and a really masculine woody base, because here you get bergamot, you get a super fresh blast, invigorating, refreshing blast when you wear this in the morning, and then it transforms so beautiful in that chocolate, cacao, hazelnutty thing with some coffee, I think, but it's also really dark in a way, and this sweetness combined with that freshness and then that leather and woods in the dried on, guys, gives this super masculine feeling without losing that playfulness. It has that sweet playfulness that's quite powdery in a way, that is quite gourmandic, but the base really shines through so much that you get a really masculine fragrance. Sometimes I wear this, my girlfriend asked me if I'm wearing Terre Hermes or something like this, because there is like this base of woods and leather, but just made in perfection, guys. So if you can try this fragrance, guys, try this out. I think it's on the market for a long time already, but it's super beautiful, guys, and for me one of the best fragrances that you can buy with money when it comes to designers. So by far the most outstanding fragrance for me from Valentino is Uomo Eau de Toilette. And last but not least, guys, we're coming to the prestige house of Guerlain, and this was one of the most interesting decisions and also one of the hardest, because that with Guerlain it always changes. I think they have such a good lineup of fragrances. I think nearly every fragrance of them I really love or like at least. So it was really hard, but I went for the L'Homme EDT line, and I went with my favorite at the moment. This is L'intense. Last time I saw I said like extreme, but it's L'intense. And guys, for me, this fragrance is beautiful. I got a little bit fed up with the eau de parfum, I have to be honest with you, because I have it in my collection for such a long time and I wore the heck out of it. And I really enjoyed it, but sometimes it's just too dense. The eau de parfum is so dense, so rich in that cherry note, that sometimes can be a bit too much for me personally. I sometimes don't like it that much, and sometimes it gets quite close to Florienthal by Comme des Garçons, which I love even more. That's why I gravitate with this one more, even if that has plum liquor in it. I think the combination of sweetness and freshness is quite close there. But here, guys, you get the best of the whole line, I think, because L'Intense is not that intense. It is more a combination of that beautiful almond citrus accord that you get in the Eau de Toilette, combined with just a hint of that cherry that you get in the Eau de Parfum, without getting that sweet, without getting that dense. It is a bit, I think there is chili in here listed, but for me, guys, don't be afraid of this fragrance or of this name, because after like 10 minutes it gets super soft on your skin, it gets super clean, fresh, masculine, and it is spicy in the beginning, but more peppery spicy than chili spicy for me. But then, guys, it transforms super beautiful. It's not that heavy. You can easily wear this in the summertime. You can easily rock this for dinner. I think the best occasion to wear this is daytime, to be honest with you, daytime, and also like professional wear, but it has a playful side to it. You can rock this casual, date night, whenever. I think, like I said, if you're looking for that one fragrance from the L'Homme EDT line or from Guerlain in general, and you don't want something a little bit more old school, you want one of that new line, of that Guerlain L'Homme EDT line, I would go with this one, because I absolutely adore this fragrance, and I think it gets even better on the shelf if you... I think I have it for like 4 or 5 months now, and I think it really changed a bit, to be honest with you. It got even better now, and I can really appreciate it for what it is, and I really love this one, guys. So the most outstanding fragrance from Guerlain at this moment in time for me is L'Homme EDT L'Intense. And that's for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me down in the comments below what you think about this 8 outstanding fragrances from 8 beautiful designer houses. And what are yours, guys? I'm curious like always. See you next time, guys. Enjoy your summer. Bye bye.